All right, well, time to dive in. Thanks for joining me. If you're coming late, well, not a big deal. You'll see me in process and stuff. So I haven't even depatched yet or done anything to kind of prep for this, except for hunting down all of my modules and getting them. Strangely enough, I'm confronted with a very real possibility. I still don't have enough room in my smaller cases for all of my extra stuff, especially when I stuck my neutron. Takes almost an entire row. But hey, hey, everybody, what's going on? What's happening? Going to be, I think, a little bit of a longer session tonight because so much to do, so little, so little, so little to do, so much. Realized also that I can't really do it, which is it's a bit of a shame, really, because I had some cool. It's all right. Well, every single thing, but I'm at least gonna clear out the top and at the very minimum, those are places that stuff is going to go. So, thing number one, we got us a blank panel. Now, of course, this is a bit of a problem because, well, my hand is not big enough to slot. Uh, so, yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to. I'm gonna have to pull other modules, unfortunately. So that's another reason that I'm gonna have to. Honestly, I'll probably just end up depatching the whole. So, but that's okay because we're gonna start fresh anyway. Some allergies kicking my butt, so I apologize in advance if I'm sniffly or boogery, or coughing, or whatever. All of the above. Various bodily fluids. Yank, 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 yanking everything. Sure. Yank, yank, yank. Yank, yank. So you. Oh. Okay. Let's get stuck in, shall we? Yeah, I know. It's because I move away from the microphone times, and today's going to be a bit of a problem for that because I'm going to be moving around a lot. So, honestly, I think I'll turn up the gain from my mixer because I could probably use a bit more, anyways. There we go. Okay, yeah. So no, that's going to distort. All right. So new modules, new modules, new modules, new modules. Oh, happy little power cable. What we got in here? What kind of screws did Instruo pack with us? Probably just standard M2.5s, whatever. Yeah, except they're gold and they look kind of cool. That's alright. We don't need them. We got cannerlies. We got lots of cannerlies. This is probably the fader, yeah. So, module number one. This little guy. Tiny little 2 HP crossfader slash standard straight up fader. What's this? This is Oh, that's an advertisement. I don't need an advertisement for a different module. Thank you. No. Alright, so that's one. The second one is another tiny guy here. It is the ES Logic module. So, same thing, power cord, little happy bag of screws, and then the stuff. Chonky, little bit chonkier. There she is. Man, Instruo's modules are just so beautiful. I would love, like, an entire system of just black and gold. Like, they always show, like, when they do demos of their stuff, and they're just like, here's this glorious black and gold system made in Scotland. Okay. Alright, thing number one, I'm going to pull the mults from the top row. Now, these are unpowered, unbuffered, just standard mults, which is kind of cool. Oh no, I've lost an early. Oh no! Oh shit! Okay, that was far, far worse, because now I just knocked over everything. Bad idea. Alright. Hopefully things survived. We won't know until we power everything on. But my Arturia cases and the neutron that was in them just kind of hit the ground. Bad things. Okay. So there's no frickin' way I'm gonna fit a power cord in here with that tiny spot. So I'm kind of like trying to figure out which thing should I pull. And I think this little Behringer sequencer guy should give me kind of central access to everything here. And be able to throw power cords to the top and the bottom. I want to just pull the cord, just let it sit. Alright. Get that back. So, Instruo Logic is going to just kind of hang right there. And then I'm going to put the fader right there. Alright. Which should be, theoretically, should fit. Yes, yes it does. It fits perfectly. Excellent. Okay, so what's the best way? I think like so. Put it through this ways first. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of the biggest, not really problem. It's just a reality that you have to deal with when you are working on a case of any size. It doesn't matter how big it is. Fitting things and seating things is going to be a problem. Okay, now I need... Oh, Jesus. I need to bust out my phone and take a look at the power connector. This thing. Then I'm going to turn on the flashlight. Can we turn on the flashlight? Oh no, we can't. Because the light is being used in the camera. So, zooming in. There is absolutely no indication where the fuck the power goes. Well, that's annoying as hell. That's really annoying. I think I'm going to consult an online manual. There's a multi that I removed. Instruo Fader Manual 1F. That's what it's called. 1F. Okay. Description, features, yada 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 yada. Connect the 10-pin side, confirming that the red stripe is connected to minus 12 volts. How am I supposed to know which side? It's only giving me a 5-pin connector. And it says nothing about voltage. Okay, what the fuck, guys? No, stop it. Okay, yeah, there's absolutely no indication as to where the power is actually going to go. Anything on the side? No. Well, that's kind of some bullshit, right? Is there any diagrams or anything? Wow, there is absolutely nothing. What the hell? And there's no lights or indicators on this to actually show you whether or not it is on or working correctly. Oh no, there is. There is a light. Okay. Alright, you know what? Let's do another quick Google search for this. Yeah, most of the time... most of the time... You do have... sorry, I'm trying to think of what I should search for. Power connector? I don't know. And there is nothing. What the hell? Okay. Well, this sucks. There's nothing. I mean, there's like literally nothing at all of like, hey, here's a diagram of how to put the thing in, because otherwise you'll make it explode. Well, that fucking sucks. Portable cases. We'll take a look at the ones that I'm gonna start putting stuff into in a second here. The Arturia rack brutes. They served me pretty well. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe it's supplying the same voltage on either end, but the problem is that the polarity is unknown. Okay, here goes. Wish me luck. Well, that looks like it's working. Good. Okay. So that guy's going in there. Now, I've never burned anything out by putting stuff in. But there was... What did I put in fairly recently? that made my entire system wig out. It was something new, so maybe the neutron filter. It was something, and it made the power rails in like the both of like this one and the top one, which you can kind of see here, start like wigging out, and things were flashing, and like I was like, oh shit, I just destroyed everything. And I figured out, okay, I had a power cord in the wrong place. It was reversed, whatever. Flipped it around, and everything was fine. So, meanwhile, I had to clean my shorts because, let me tell you, that's a scary situation. Okay. Yeah, these two are going to be a real quick install. It's really nothing major. They're so small, just generally speaking. These little bitty little module guys here. Okay, this one's the same thing because it doesn't have an actual like shielded connector on it. I need to make sure that I am putting things in the right direction. No, fuck you. Stop. No, fuck you. Stop. I just want to zoom, bro. Okay, so minus 12 volts is pointing down that way. And I don't know if you can see on my phone, probably not as easily. But right there. Come on, focus. Asshole. Focus. You're being a little shit, aren't you? Anyways, you can see on the bottom, right by the tip of my thumb, that actually says minus 12V. So it actually, you know, tells you how to plug it in. You know, kind of useful. And the negative 12V should be the red stripe on each of the cables. So, you know, there's only one way that these go in. But when you have a tiny, tiny module like this that's using a connector that does not have a housing around it, then yeah, at least that helps. I mean, the other one had nothing, and they're just like, we'll plug it into the thing. Dude, you guys couldn't drop the ball on that. You know, at least put a picture in the manual, like, hey, turn it this way, and then it'll work. But no, they didn't do that. So, Instruo, you got a ding against you. I love you, but that's some officially bad press right there. You should hang your head in shame. And this is the ES Logic module, and that is something I'm pretty excited about because I have no logic functions or anything like that in this rack. And yeah, it's definitely a place that I want to eventually get a little bit more into. Because logic is cool. So I don't know if you probably, I don't know, you may know a few things about logic. There's some basic logic things, and they're called like, you know, AND or NAND. So essentially, if it's an AND, like an AND whatever, voltage or gate, then if you give it two signals, it will only output a signal when they're both present. So it's stuff like that. So it'll output a signal when only one is present, or it'll shut off a signal when one or both or neither are present, that kind of stuff. And yeah, so you can feed it sequences that interact with the logic. So, okay. This is in, and that is done, and now let's turn over to camera angle number 2. Hey, hey. And there we go. So, these are two Arturia Rack Brute 6U cases. Right? They latch together, which is really cool. And The only issue is that they have these goofball power routing things. So I actually flipped one of mine so that they're both kind of facing the same direction. Otherwise, they would be on like opposite sides. Like the power connector would have been here and sticking out of kind of the middle, and it would be upside down, which is super super dumb. But these are cool little cases. Decent amount of power. You can see the back here. It has downward facing connectors. So I'm gonna kind of mock stuff up and sort of throw some things in there. There's the Metropolis, of course. I've got clouds. And I don't really know where any of this stuff is going to go. I do have this Behringer Dual VCA, which is nice. And, yeah, malts. Malts are good. This is, of course, my Behringer Neutron. Could sub the Model D in there if you wanted, because it's basically, I believe it's the same exact size. We've got, let's put the LFOs kind of in the middle-ish. Now there's a whole bunch of boxes that I need to clear out and throw away and all that stuff. I don't know, what's the survey out there? Do you guys keep all of your boxes for everything? I feel like if you did that, you could make a house out of your boxes. The Neutron? No, the Neutron is it's a dual oscillator. It has whatchamajigger, Curtis filter built in. So it's a dual oscillator mono synth. It's got 40 patch points. It does have a MIDI interface to it also, which is actually really cool and something I hadn't 100% thought about of like, oh, that'll be a great addition to the rack. Because, but it will, actually. All right, so this multi-waves module, which can be a sequencer or a very powerful oscillator. Mixer. Yeah, and this is going to be another area that I eventually will start replacing things and subbing things out. There's the Instruo Scion. He's going in there, too. What else have we got? Oh, yeah, these are envelopes. There's two of the Vinicius ADSR envelopes in there. That's a big fatty cable. This is a standard Eurorack cable. Alright, then if that's the case, let's get this guy out of there. I don't need this box here anymore. Okay. So, yeah, this is not a complete, full system yet. I'm going to need effects of some sort, and I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. I was considering the possibility of subbing out my ZDSP from my main rack, this big guy, and putting in like a magneto. Hey, what's going on, Brad? Putting in like a magneto, like the tape delay thing. But this would be capable of doing, a few things, which I think is really what it's all about. I mean, if you've got this laying around, then like, fuck it. Throw it together, goof around with it, and eventually build it into something. So there we go. There's our start, 4-channel mixer. And I was like, hey, I've got steel knurlies. Why don't we use the new knurlies on the new case so all of the knurlies look the same? They're all shiny. Shiny! Shiny knurlies. And these cases have Z-rails also, so there's no sliding nuts. Some people... Wait, don't tell me. Don't tell me. These motherfuckers are too small. Are you shitting me? What the hell? They're too small. The threads, they're too small. These are perfect. Ah, shit. I think I got the wrong knurlies. Well, that sucks. Will those knurlies work on this other case? I don't know. Let's find out. Um, Too small. Can't even use them. Motherfucker. That sucks. I wonder if I can get an exchange. Or if they're going to be, like, kind of dicks about it. Okay. Here is a neutron. Now, this actually has a pretty shallow depth in this case. And I'm wondering... See, these are the cables that came with the Vinicius modules, and they're really, really short. And that, of course, pissed me off, because, well, it doesn't work in the big case. But they'll work pretty good in this little guy. So, find a power connector like so. Throw this in the under side. Chonky guy. So yeah, this is a full contained, voice. It's got a built-in delay. I mean, if you don't know the Behringer neutron, then I don't know. You must have been sitting under a rock in Ohio with your hands over your ears. The only issue I have is that I got a faceplate for it. That's not a plate. It's actually just a sticker. And it doesn't fit 100%. So, dude's sending me a new one. No, it looks nice, though. All right. So I think when all's said and done here, I'll just park this guy next to the big guy and see if we can just get them both working at the same time. And doing stuff. Alright, there's that. Well, this is going to suck because I'm going to run out of knurlies pretty damn fast. So that kind of blows. I mean, I have standard Eurorack screws laying around all over the place in here. So, see, this is too thin. Yeah, I can tell immediately. But these guys are probably okay. So I'll just use a few of these as well. Phillips, yeah. Cool. Take it, bitch. Take it. Alright, malt is in. Oh, let's see if I can't find a couple more screws in here. Oh yeah, there's a whole bunch. Cool. Cool, cool. Well, I'm still kind of bummed about that. Because, I mean, if I can't get, you know, an exchange or my money back or whatever, blah, 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 I don't want my money back. I just want the right size. Then I have no use for these things. What the fuck are these things even used for, then? If they're, whatever, M2.5s, then what the hell? What the hell? You know? Don't make no dang sense, man. Okay. And we should probably hook power connectors up. That would be useful. I'm going to probably have to buy some more power connectors. One of these days. Oh, Jesus, I got to do it again. I got to bust out the camera. See, I should have brought my friggin' reading glasses because I'm ancient now. I'm guessing that the white stripe on the bottom right there, right at the tip of my thumb here, that's probably the minus 12 volt part. I would guess. I would hope. It's like, that sounds logical. I mean, I had this hooked up before. Honestly, I could make a small system just with the Scion and the Neutron. Just, that's it, done. And then clouds. It'd just be like a little portable ambient goo machine, which would be kind of fun. I do need a mixer for this thing, though. And that's, you know, that's annoying. Not annoying, but that's just something I have to deal with. Then again, for years, all I had was this little 4-channel mixer right here. Mono, of course. In. Okay, cool. I'm only going to put 2 screws in each because I may end up rearranging every single thing in here multiple times at some point. So anyways, yeah, these guys, see, this whole thing folds up, chunk, like so, and then this becomes a handle. And I actually have a bag, carrying bag for it. So it just like fits in the bag, and then it goes around the handle, and then you just have this one suitcase-sized thing that you just carry along, and it's pretty freaking great. As far as portability goes, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of bespoke stuff that people have made. You could have just a little slimline skiff case kind of a thing, and those are super portable. But, oh, look at that, we got a shitload of screw. Oh, I don't know if these are the right size, though. I think I bought those at the hardware store, and I was like, there's a shitload of screws. Oh yeah, we got plenty of screws in here. I should have figured. They're just not knurlies, and I like knurlies. My vagina hurts. Did I say that out loud? Yeah, I think I did. More power connectors. Yeah, it looks like I've got plenty of everything to make all of this stuff work. So, that's nice. So you get that going for you, which is nice. Power connectors, power connectors. Okay. Yeah, let's put Let's get clouds in there. Red stripe goes up. Come on. Too good for your home? Alright. There's that guy. See, that's what I like to see. Give me a nice enclosed plug with a one-way connector. Done. Bam. Only goes one way. Perfect. Not this like, here is an array of pins. Figure it out, sucker. I know they do that for a reason. It's usually a space concern thing. I get it. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to rage. Rah! Rage! Power. See, I definitely don't have enough power cables. So that kind of blows. This uses a stupid one. In fact, I'm going to use one of the originals. One of these weird ones that I made. Yeah, probably a good idea. Made. Made. I didn't make it. I just chopped it apart. Yeah, this is one of the ones that actually came with the system. Let's put you up here. That way I know your power cable will fit. Oh, except you won't physically fit because you're too chonky. Big chonky chonk. Because it's got multiple riser boards on the back. So it's a little chonker. Chonky boy. There we go. Yeah, this is the thing that I would say. Everybody who ever does your, you want to hear the Neutron? The Neutron is nice, actually. It sounds cool. But I ain't gonna hurry up. Sorry, bro. Stuff takes time. It's gonna take a little time. A little time to put modules in. Yeah. Well, I am saving time by only putting 2 screws into each one of these, so that's a big thing. And having a electric screwdriver is a big thing. So, yeah, these guys are going to go in pretty quick. Dual VCA. This is a nice little VCA. No. Be a dick. You be a dick. Simple advice. Don't be a dick. Okay, that stuff is in. Quad pingable LFO. Wrong connector. Oh, for fuck's sake. Jesus, have some frickin' power connectors. There's like 95 on here. Well, there's like 6. Where is the power? Damn it. That is outs. Thing. There is the power. Minus 12V. So, okay. So that is the red cable. The red stripe. So like so. Yeah, if you look back at my earliest Eurorack videos, I have the Neutron in this case. It's a nice sounding synth. Now, it doesn't look the same. It's red. But that's because I... that alternate faceplate on. Ew, I missed it. I missed the hole. Dang it. Put it in the wrong hole. You don't like that. Oh, sir. Sir, she don't. What the fuck? They know what is what, but they don't know what is what. They just strut. What the fuck? Take it. See, some people really like these Z-rails where the holes are prefixed in there and you just kind of move the whole thing, or it just jiggles a little. I don't. I like sliding nuts. They're a little bit more of a pain in the ass to put things in. 100%. I completely agree. They totally are. Jesus. Metasonics Modular. I feel like I know that name. Okay, where's my power connector on this guy? What the fuck? That's power. Funky. It uses a 16 pin to 16 pin connector. That's wild. I did not know that. Bent? It looks like it's got a bend in it. It went in okay, so. Alright. Where should we go? It has pretty lights. I think we should put the thing with pretty lights on top, because pretty lights are pretty. And lighty. I call the big one bitey. Oh. Alright. I think the Metropolis is the only thing I have left. Yeah. Happy little robot. I mean, that is one clean circuit board. Look at that thing. Just chunk. That's it. A couple of extra blips here and there, but nothing major. Beautiful. IntelliGel. They do some good shit. They are I definitely like them. As a company, as a designer, they do a good job. Alright, you know what? Let's just throw knurlies on this guy, because this is going to be the place that it stays anyways. I'll reiterate. I apologize in advance for being sniffly. It's been raining here for like 2 or 3 days, and I think that just giant-ass storm... Oh, vacuum tube modules? That, that's what I remember, I think, from them. There's a couple companies that do that now. Game Changer Audio, they've got a couple that use, like, funky, like, plasma tubes in their designs and stuff. It's really wild shit. Is that even going to go in there? I don't think it is. Yeah, see, you know what? Then fuck it. We'll just use 3. 3 is fine. It will be 100% stable. It's not going anywhere. Okay, I think that's everything. Now all we gotta do is run power and buy a bunch more modules. Okay. Give me a second here. That guy goes there. That's 100% success. Yep, it's little boy. That's awesome. Except you can't really see it when I'm sitting with my fat ass right in front of it, so that is a bit of a problem for a live stream. Okay. I'm gonna pack up some of my junk over here because there's cables and screws and just... This is my little work box right here. It's like one of my first... I think I got my beads module, and it came in this box. Or my, not beads, clouds. Clouds came in this box. And so I just started using it for all of my cables and screws and knobs and various working items. So let's just huck it all back in there. Ram and jam that shit. Put it away. Yeah, that is definitely going to be a problem. So, yeah, cable length is certainly going to be an issue. Try this. And this can't stay here either. People have to be able to walk in. Just for tonight, it should be okay. Okay. And last but not least, let's get my headphones up. And then I'm going to turn the gain back down on my microphone so that it's not picking up a shitload of background noise. Okay, so let's try something ultra basic here. Let's just kind of run a couple of these things through some paces, and we'll use the regular mixer and outs and all of that stuff. Said you wanted to hear the neutron. We can certainly oblige. That is, if I can actually, read the labels. Okay. There we go. Okay, there we go. All right, now let's fire up the tuner. Very, very low. So low. C2. Oscillator number 2. C1. Same thing. C2. Oscillators are very, very twitchy, and unfortunately they use big knobs that are kind of easy to turn, so it's very easy to tune them. It's maybe one of my bigger complaints on the Neutron. Okay. Quick nick break. Now the other not really problem, but sort of problem is I've not really used this thing as a modular very much. I just used it as a standalone, and I hooked up to the MIDI interface. So let's just hook the melodizer up to it. So 1 volt per octave out. need to get my... I need to get reading glasses here. Motherfucker. Quit it! Stop it! Okay, VCO 1 and 2 signal in. I believe that is the control. Here, let's just do this. Fucking piece of shit. Bam! There, now I have a video manual. Getting old sucks. It sucks. Metal. Built-in bucket brigade delay. Now we can go gate. Envelope 1 gate. Some snappy envelopes. I can respect the snappy envelopes. No spring reverb, unfortunately. Their new one, they have a System 15 coming out in a similar form factor to this, using all Moog circuitry and stuff, and it does have a built-in spring reverb, which is actually pretty awesome. Like, you know. But this delay sounds good too. Like, that's nice. Okay, so let's test here. 1, 2, boom, 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 boom. Now, so I've pinged an LFO. We should be able to throw the output of that LFO into... Where's the PWM input? There. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's all cross-compatible, right? So everything goes to everything else, which is very, very nice. Okay, now let's take all of that and put it through clouds, because clouds, it's fun. It's the weird place. Yeah. Okay, I've already decided that I want to put clouds up on the top row because I can't see it. I can't see the controls. looks like it's working well. Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that. The nice thing is it does have a smooth shape control. I'm going to test something real quick here. Hey. That worked. Okay, well that's good to know. So this has a gate in on each channel, but the gate is not really a gate in. It's actually it looks like a 5-volt CV. Pretty nice. Okay, so this is a thing that exists. Cool. All right. It's not supremely functional yet. It's got a hard sink. people rag on Behringer, you know, a lot, but I've been happy with pretty much everything I've gotten from them. The only thing that I don't like is I got a Moog style oscillator, and the tracking on it sucks. It's bad. You know, switching octaves, you got to retune it. It's just constant annoyance. And you know, sure, that's pretty much like the originals were. I get that, but you know, it's a little annoying. Should be getting some maybe you can't do it directly. Yeah, they do. Not Eurorack mountable, though. Well, they make all those 2500 modules, too. And I mean, like, shit, man, for a couple of $1,000, you could put together, like, an ARB 2500 in Eurorack, or a System 100 by Roland System 100. I've got a couple of their Roland modules, and they're really nice. The sequencer is one, the dual VCA in here is another one. You know, I've had no problems with them. So, I don't know. Can't beat the price, though. Did dozens of people who work in their Shenzhen factory, commit suicide? I don't know. Maybe. But I want my cheap synthesizers. Kid, of course. Redice. Okay. All right. So that's good to go for now. I think, though, for now, I'm going to not use it tonight in conjunction because honestly, I don't know what it's going to add to what I already have here. It's not really going to add much of any. At least not yet. I want this to be more of a standalone system than anything else. I need to update the firmware on the clouds. It has a firmware on it, an aftermarket firmware. Kind of don't like it. So to be honest, I want to wipe that and put it back to where like factory default. Um, yeah, hardware is tough, but I would say a couple of things. That number one, remember when you've told me that my hardware just sounds so much better? It does. It's a totally different experience. You know this. Um, um, the other thing is though that synths seem like they're just holding their value pretty good now. That didn't used to be the case. No, stuff used to be like used stuff was cheap. Now used stuff is really not that much cheaper than it was. So, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna take a short break. I need to put this stuff away, and I'm gonna make a quick run to the bathroom and stuff like that, and then I'll start doing some actual programming and patching. Yeah, so I'll be back in 5 minutes or so. And we're back. Oh, if you're curious, here, let me show you. That, of course, is that rig in its bag, all folded up. So, yeah, it is a super portable, happy rig. Like this thing moved. Damn it, Bobby. Oh, yeah, we have logic to play with. Oh, that's right. Okay, this is gonna be a second then. I'm gonna have to fire up the manual for that. Struo is manual. Oh hell, just down. Because I'm sure I'm gonna need to reference it. Okay. Wow. It takes a whole 5 milliamps of power. Oh god! It's like nothing. Oh, interesting. Okay. There's normalization on some of the jacks on. It's kind of interesting. So you could put 2 signals into the top, and it'll populate itself. This one is normalized to this top guy here, so then you another one there, and then doing chain reaction modular stuff. Okay. So step 1, tuning. Let's tune, because I didn't do that last time, and that was a bad idea. So tuner. We might as well hook up the output. Why the heck not? Make sure it's not stupendously loud. That guy. Okay, how's this guy? Not instant. Oh. This thing is fucking annoying to tune. Hate it. Alright. Platts, how are you feeling today? Flat? Feeling a little flat? Feeling a little under the weather? There you go. Now you're perfect. Congratulations. Good. tracking on this oscillator is just so friggin' solid. I love it. That's a really, really nice... I mean, basic, to, you know, kind of loosely use the word. It's really not terribly basic. It's pretty nice. Hell, let's tune the lizard. It's all good. It's all done. Cool. Patching time. What are we going to do tonight? Let's do something really basic, first of all. Let me, I'm gonna hook up a clock. Let's just use a channel of the Tempe. Just a basic clock. Okay, so what I want to do is have clock going into the dot sequencer, okay? And then have some kind of funky patterns and stuff. Like, I'm going to shorten the one so it's like 13 points long, or 13 notes long instead of, you know, full range. And then what I want to do is just play with a couple of the logic points really quickly, just to kind of take a look at them and watch them in action. It's not going to be the most exciting stuff ever, but I think it'll be educational. So that's going to go into trace number 1, and this is going to go into trace number 4. Okay. So you can see the pulse on the green trace. That's coming from, well, let's just put it in channel order. So the yellow trace is channel 2, which is this sequence down here. Okay. So then if I take both of those and I go into this, so now it's giving me some pulses of stuff. It's giving me like potential logic pulses. So the AND should only play if both voltages are high. Right? That's the thing, right? That should be the way it goes. Does it think... Why does it look like I'm not... Says it all? I guess they're just really small. Voltages. Okay. Oh, it's still doing its thing. It's just voltage. Okay. And then... What is this? This is going to be the AND. This should only make trace when they both trigger. Mm-hmm. You can kind of see it. Okay. You know what? yeah, let's just get stuck in here, start building something. And then not forget that I have this new logic module to play with. The cool thing is, I mean, you can use it for just lots and lots of little things. Lots of weird little interactive things. Like you could have your drum sequences going out, and then only when certain sounds play together will that trigger another sound. Or, you know, that's not the only logic operation on there, of course. There's a bunch of stuff. So there's a lot of funky little things that you can do with that. Okay. Clock out. Clock. Channel 2 will do the same thing. Half speed clocks for each, and then I'm going to run clock to the mixer. Okay, so there's that. Everything's reset now. Everything is like back to normal. Oh yeah, the other thing I wanted to try was the slider. Just using it to control the reverb depth on the R bar. For example. So if I did this, and then I did, let's hook up a quick stereo output. So there's an art festival thing going on tonight upstairs. They call their 4th Friday. Oh yeah, look at that shit. Oh, that's beautiful. Ah!
Oh my gosh, I'm talking.
Yeah, it's got a built-in condenser mic, which I think is absolutely ace, because you can do like what I just did. You can just make weird noises into it, and yeah, that's very, very cool. They have another one that they just came out with. It's a weird module, and I can't remember what it exactly is. It's like a line out or something like that. It's some kind of funky processor, like line level processor thing, and it has a built-in microphone. I think that's the one that does. I noticed Bifaco also has a 4-channel USB interface for Eurorack right now that they just popped out. That's exciting because you could. Hey, well, there's that one Omri Cohen video where he talks about the R-bar versus the morphogene, and his ultimate thing is like you should just have both, which I can respect that. But yeah, you can use it for all kinds of random weird shit, playing percussion instruments into it or singing or anything. Okay. What do we want to do? I guess what I kind of want to do is I really want to just run some more clock because there's nothing that I like more than just running clock all over the place. No, kidding. Let's set this up so that the sync is not internal. It's on CRC4. It's right to 40 BPM. Okay, cool. Well, you know, and they have that other one, that Lubad, which is like a tape. It's like a tape looper. And it doesn't have any tape in it, of course. It's all digital and stuff. And I have not really explored that all that much. But man, there's a lot of people that are like using loopers with modular, and then if they made an actual looper in your modular, that's pretty awesome. But never considered getting that one just because it seemed kind of not my bag. But I don't know. Maybe it is. No idea. Okay. So I'm thinking something kind of on the spacey side tonight, because why not? Better clock run. Okay. Yeah, the cool thing is then I could just add reverb on my voice. Just ambient reverb just being picked up by the R bar and sent through. So that's pretty cool. Reverb's a little much. It's a bit much. I always wanted a supermassive in my rack, and I guess that kind of is fairly close to it. Although this guy has the Halls of Valhalla, which I've got in there right now, and that's got some stupid reverb too, which is nice. In fact, one could do this and test the reverb. Needs more. Test. Okay, that's the plate though. So let's put it on like here. Asgard.
Check.
So that's kind of like having a supermassive in your Eurorack. I mean, pretty close to it at least. Okay. I'm kind of thinking about scales, and I'm kind of trying to decide which sort of like way to go. There's that little voice in my head that's like, you always do the same shit. Not totally true, but I do respect that voice a little. Let's see. Let's, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start with, some drum grooves. Never do that. Start with drum. By drums, in this case, I really... samples. Load some samples up. And angle them and do weird things with them. That would be a pentatonic. That cable would be too short. So I kind of want. There we go. Okay. I'm surprised I'm not completely high on like allergy meds today. Although to be honest, newer stuff works so much better than it did back in the day. Back in the day, you had like one choice, Benadryl, and then now you're completely high, totally zooted out of your mind, and you're just gonna fall asleep because the drill. These guys on. Turn stuff up so we can at least hear something. And then what do we got? What do we got to use in here? Look around. There's full breaks. That's kind of neat. I had a lot of fun last time using weird samples that I tuned to like completely different sounds. I really dug that. And I definitely need to load more sounds into this thing. Now what I could do is just pump both of those directly in as a left and right signal through the little 2 HP reverb I've got sitting in the corner. This might be kind of hilarious. Okay, let's put a clocked sample and hold in there. Channel 6. Random. 16th note. Make sure we get a cable that actually reaches, since I'm sure it won't. So, if we do... This is number 1. So, CV1. Now, what do my CVs actually do? Let's find out. Sample tune? Yeah. And then, what? Yeah, it's just weirdness, right? Channel 6. Actually, what would be ideal is doing like an actual, instead of random, doing it like an actual and then actually making it take like bar and then a pattern it turns into a pattern, right? Hey, who died? Somebody quit. Somebody quit. There you are. That's that channel 4 of the mixer. Channel 3. The fucker. I like a so. Just gonna bring the output directly into VCA because it's always too quiet. Motherfucker, you did it again. There you go. Okay, now let's do something weird. Let's send two channels from triple sloths. Okay. Let's do a little conscious cable management here. Instead of going to the quad racks, I'm going to go to this little 2 HP envelope that I put there for just that purpose. SMRT. I mean SMART. Piece of shit. Quitting. Yeah, channel 4's got some issues in my mixer. Oh, that jack feels loose. Maybe that's just it. I just need to tighten it up. By the way, I don't know if you noticed, but the patterns are changing. guy's feeling neglected. He didn't get any of his own distortion. Let's just run those two into a stereo channel. This is just our single channel of percussion. This is going to be a lot nicer. Idea. should work. There, you should be hearing the drum brute now. Let's fiddle around with that a little bit here. Okay. Now the other thing is, I need to get my fucking clock synchronized. Okay, so the dot and the melodicer look like they're in sync. This guy, I don't... This is synchronized. Quite. Nope, not quite. There it is. Okay. So, now, we, of course, could completely change, like, the outputs of everything. Okay. It's not one. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Wow, that's really obnoxious. That's what I'm looking for. It's 4. I don't want clap. Okay, just percussion. That's all. That's all we need. Just a happy little extra bit of percussion going. Half of that speed? I can't do ratchets with the melodizer, but I can do it with the vector, so I swapped them. Heh, because that's a good idea. That was it. I finally got it synchronized. There's that quad ratchet. They've each got about a 15% chance of hitting. Some of them are doubles. Some of them are, there's a couple triples. But it's all, these are all chance operations. Weird that it's not totally steady though. I think that's because I'm feeding it a half-speed clock. I'm giving it a basically 40 BPM clock. I don't think it likes that. I could change it, but it'd be kind of a pain in the ass. Okay, now I gotta go into each part and change the rate, the sequence rate, to 8th note. Okay, pause, just for a second here. Okay, no. What we want is part 1, control. Change that to 8th note as well. Fuck you. Why won't you synchronize? There we go. Yeah, that's true. Can I add ratchets to the percussion part? I'm sure I can. Chance. Type. Yeah, let's just put everything on like a double. And then probability. There we go. And then some of them will put... Yeah, you hear it? It's like... That's kind of cool. Part 2. Part 2. Thanks, man. I mean, I'm just getting started. This is gonna grow. Make a bass voice here. Gotta reset this thing and sync it again. Okay, there we go. Throw this into plats. Why does it sound like the voltage is dropping right there? That's really weird. See, there it is again. Oh, you know what? It's got a fucking control sequencer on it. That's why. I'm gonna turn that off. Yep. That's why. Clearly, that needs a filter. I mean, it would the height of foolishness. Didn't throw that through a filter. Some triple sloths on that thing, and we will make it modulate very slowly. Doesn't quite have the balls to it that I would like. Quick presto changeo thing. I'm going to swap that over on a stereo output cable. Completely pull it out of that filter. We do, but we don't. If I end up filtering it, then I'll run it through the... no, let's just do it. Let's just run it through the new... as stereo filter. Stereo modules like stereo filters. Stereo filters like stereo modules. Happy. That is an acceptable amount of warmth, I think. There it is. Well, I'm going to add a bunch of other stuff, too. There's multiple voices that we're going to throw in this thing. Well, I was thinking, it'd be nice to plug this in. Feed this into the R-bar. Okay, let's change that out. Let's go pre-filter to this thing. Yeah, fucker, you wait, read. Just barely. Okay, so I'm going to fill up all of the buffers, I think. Or let's just fill... Okay. Yeah, we can fill all of the buffers. And then we can just put it on Omega and it'll scan through all of them, which will be cool. That'll be neat. Last one. Okay. There we go. So now, here's what we've got left. So a really slow pan on that would be nice. Let's just get a channel of the Zadar since it's right there, and we'll throw that into the scan, and like that, just a basic ramp envelope is all it takes, and then like infinite repeats, turn it into an LFO. There, so now it should. So now it's a matter of like trying to figure out the voltage of the envelope and like where it's going to hit. I bet I'm maybe just 10 volts, just keep it full. Yeah, okay. There we go. A 38-second scan time through there. So then that thing should just... That's just goo. This calls for an LFO. Channel 2, the Maestro. Let's put it on slow. Let's put it on really slow. Bipolar, just a ramp. Keep it real easy here. Just to give it a nice gentle swell every once in a while. Gets so farty. Okay, let's add something else here. shit, I turned off channel 2. What the hell did I do? Oh, it's because it's getting a signal from the sloths. That's right, I forgot about that. Okay, something new, something else, something new. I'm considering filtering. I'd really like to filter this noise, but I'm all out of filters. It's really unfortunate. The idea is, you know, I never use my low-pass gate, and I probably should. Also, I was thinking, should I put marbles in the other case? I don't know. I don't use it much in here. Maybe I should get a small one for here. Get a miniaturized version. So this Ring's voice... This could run through... Instead of here, we could actually put that through low-pass gate. Out. So... Put it on VCF mode, and then... There it is. And then, honestly, we could just trigger that with something else. Let's use a dumb thing like this. So this is the same trigger that's going to the kick drum. So whatever is this channel of this little sequencer, you can see the little dots. That's triggering the kick drum. But it's also doing the strum control on this Rings module. So I think here. Yeah, that's the main, that's your mixer. Yeah. Yeah, I have a visitor.
Hello, audience. If you can hear me through the microphone, do that.
Ah! It's Kevin Phoenix. I'm routing the vape to the air purifier. Yeah, I'm going to fire up the logic module here and see what happens. So if I, however, if I took the output on one of the channels of the stochastic function generator, which at this point is a semi-random looping envelope, we'll put it on slow. Okay, and then I can see it just occasionally flashing on that one. So that's when I'm going to trigger the low-pass gate. Okay, this is the maximum, that's the minimum. Maximum and minimum. Okay. We'll keep it on medium. So then basically when the voltage is high, when it's getting this envelope right here is high, and then it gets a trigger, then it will sound low pass gate. Otherwise it doesn't. So like right now it's on low voltage. There's two LEDs for this, so now nothing. So it only spits out a trigger if it's got both. Both voltages. So both the ping, which is the bass drum trigger, like so then that sound only hits when those two conditions are met.
Hit at the same time.
Yeah.
Then it goes.
But one of them is a trigger, but the other one is a slowly ramping voltage. But it has variable rise and fall times. So there's, because that's what that module is. It's got 4 separate envelopes, and they're each like variable envelopes, really,
So
which you can loop them and use LFOs.
my understanding of this, when it's on the left side, what its current setting is at now, it's not going to be producing any of the higher
Right.
range melodies. But as soon as it oscillates,
And you can see it up here too. Like you can see the voltage. Like right now, you can see that little light just flashing, just barely.
yes,
That's a successful trigger that it's sending out. Oh, but now it isn't because it's not flashing. Now, if I put it in the NAND gate, then it always would be, right? Or if neither of them, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, and then of course each of these like chunks here are doing different logic functions and such.
Yeah.
So
And I can see the little
yeah, OR and NOR and XOR and XNOR. Yeah, and then not gate logic. These are itself because I just put it today, used it.
like wave at the. So this.
Oh yeah, well that's
Something
the
on that.
that's the XNOR or not logic.
No.
Voltage is held high at the output if low voltage is present at the end. So it's basically an inverter. It's low, high voltage. But it's the fact that it's held. So
That bass is beat because it's longer pole now
it's just kind of like just too much bass. I don't even have my sub on. It's I really wish I could add reverb to the percussion.
like another. So
It's going directly into the mixer, so it's an ASIO in. So
you can't do much.
I could run it through a pedal or something like that.
How do you know like territory?
Well, I've got one sitting. It's literally right there.
Yeah,
I
you
gotta
don't
hook up.
it's
I gotta
over
hook
there.
up power. I gotta hook up another cable.
Why would you
I
do
gotta,
that?
I got hassle coupled with a burden.
Too much. And it's like it's all.
I know. See, you understand.
I told.
You get it. Now the other problem is I still don't have the R bar going through a filter. Okay, so let's change that. Let's put this, the bass drone, let's put that through this filter instead. What else we got? We got an output. We'll just hook up the left side because then that normalizes to both, which is nice. That's very nice. There. Okay, in the meantime. You just get 2 purple cables. R bar output into. Yeah, I could use another filter in this. That's the only thing.
You're gonna have to get a better.
first part of my stream was taking my old rig,
Yeah.
taking all of my cast-off modules, and then a bunch of other putting it in there. So I'm gonna build a second system out of it, basically. So, the problem is I need more, like, just need a tabletop. I need like a dedicated space.
Maybe you can just have the outlet.
Yeah,
And then
that is true.
essentially, like, instead of having it cornered here, you can have the same setup here, but just move things on this side, and then instead of having this one segment, imagine it could be the whole
that's very,
and then
very
that
true.
wall too. You got space. You got a lot of this big studio.
Yeah, I just have to use the space and run cables. That's actually easy, and this is on wheels. Yeah. Oh, it's so beautiful. No, I'm still assembling it. Oh, it's being slothed. Low voltage, so the filter is really, really closed on the lead. Yeah. Okay, I am going to change the triggering of this envelope. I'm going to take this out, and I'm going to run it into the logic once again here. We'll run it into this guy. So I'm going to make an extremely unlikely envelope trigger. Let's say. Well, that doesn't look like that's that unlikely. That one will be pretty unlikely. And then this is going to go in here. And we're going to crank up the time. I thought it would be extremely unlikely, but it's not very unlikely. It's happening. Yeah, I'm doing like an occasionally triggered envelope for the volume of those things. I read the book. I haven't seen it. Alright, I'm off. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.